Today I'm going to show you how to make this very easy looping animation using geometry nodes. Okay, cool. So welcome. This is my first ever Blender tutorial video. And for this one I thought let me stick to something easy. And I'm not going to waste your time with this one, so let's get into it. The cube, we're going to delete that bad boy. And then we're going to add a icosphere. This one we're going to scale up to 8, so you're going to press S8. Keep that one there. We're also going to keep the subdivisions as it is right now. Then we're going to add another icosphere. This one size we're going to keep it like that. We're going to press G, Y. Going to push that bad boy out of the scene like there. Hello, I'm an icosphere. Hello. Okay, so now easy as that. We're not going to worry about the camera and the light. You can delete it if you want to, but at least keep the camera, or just add one later. Okay, so what we're going to do now, here we're going to pull a timeline up. I'm going to change this to geometry node editor. Going to click new, zoom in here, and then what we want to do is we're going to grab this one, which is the icosphere. Going to grab it, put it in there, easy as that. We're going to add here instance 2 points. You have to spell correctly. There's that one, blub blub, because what we're gonna do is, let me take that away again. Here, all these points where it intersects, we're gonna make that little ball be on all these points. Okay, so boom, there. Now this is why we chose this one. We're gonna choose geometry is gonna be the instance. It's gonna look big and wacky, so if you do all these together you can scale it, but to keep it easy we're gonna add value node, put that bad boy into scale. Now we only have to choose one, holding shift, so you can adjust it more easy. We're gonna keep it not too big, 0.03 is actually fine. You can play around with it, but don't go too big, not for this effect, otherwise a lot of this effect will be in the camera rendering, so too big is gonna mess with how the bokeh and the out of focus look is in the camera. Okay, so that's it. That's easy as pie. Now we're gonna do the camera. Alt G to reset the position. The rotation here, I'm gonna also just make all of this 0, 0, like that. Press G, Z, move it up just beneath that bad boy, you know, boom, 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 like that. So if we go into camera mode, that is what we see. Okay, and that's easy. So now we're going to choose camera. Make sure you choose camera, click camera here. My focal length for this one, I like to go about like 10 or 9. Depends on what you like, but I like to go wide. You know, you want that distortion. Okay, so that's fine. We're going to keep that there for now. The depth of field and everything, we're going to do that later. So that's all set up and done. Now let's get to the shading. The shading. I'm going to click here. No, I'm actually going to click there. Material, add new material. Gonna go to shading. Boom, boom, boom. And it's gonna be easy. We're gonna give this one emission. Whatever color you want for this tutorial, I'm gonna go with this bluish color, more purple bluish. Let's go like that. Strength 40. Let's just do that. Okay, cool. Also go to your world here. Color black. Now you can see, cool, if you go to camera view, there they are emitting some purplish color-ish. Nice. Okay, we're getting there. See guys, this is easy. This is not that difficult. Okay, so that is it for the shading actually. Roughness or whatever, it doesn't matter for this animation. So I'm gonna keep my roughness like there. But trust me, for this animation, it's just easy. It's just for you to get into geometry nodes and see it's actually not that difficult. This thing is playing. That's not where I want to be. Geometry nodes. Wait. Layout. Layout. Cool. Okay, now let's go to animating this. Go here. Timeline. Can you stop playing? So first of all, go here to the right. We're actually doing this in Eevee. Viewport samples I like to be a bit more because my computer is not that bad. And for the render I like to, you know, you want a nice render, so why not like 256, you know, why not? No shadows for this one, no ray tracing, depth of field, we're gonna do this later, but for now you can actually just make that 200, neighbor rejection, full, sprite threshold, full, jitter overblur, nothing, motion blur, that is preference. For this animation, you can keep it off. And then high quality normals. Also, this is in Blender 5.0. Blender 5.0, as you can see there. Color management. Yeah. I just like to do everything once off. So here I'm gonna say filmic. And the look, medium contrast. The rest is fine. The rest is fine. Working space, that's fine. Advanced, nothing there. Now we're gonna go to render settings. 1080p for now, frame rate 30. And now we're gonna change this to 500. This is important to make the animation nice and smooth and not too fast, because the first time I did this it was 250 and then everything rotated way too quick and then I got like seasickness. So you know, we don't want the viewers to have seasickness now, do we? So 500. Okay, now let's animate this bad boy. Choose this one, go back to your first frame. You'll see that it's on 1. We're gonna go to 0. That is important for perfect loop. On 0 we are on our little orb thing. Go to object. Now the rotation is gonna be, this is where it's easy. This one, yeah, 0. Gonna animate both of these on 0. I'm gonna go to the last frame. Both of them 360. Easy as that. Both of them 360. Now that is what's happening. Easy, there's our animation. If we go to the last frame, you will see that it loops perfectly. Boom, you can't see, boom, you can't see it, boom, perfect. Okay, camera view. Now you get to, now you see what's happening here. That looks cool. Okay, now to go into the Eevee render mode. We're gonna go to camera, depth of field, yes. This is where it gets fun. The depth of field is actually, this is where the animation gets its look. I'm gonna say focus distance. For now, like all the way, fucking like there. For now, like keep it like 0.05, and then f-stop. Ooh, you see what's happening. Keep shift, keeping shift to get it nice and smooth. You see there, that looks awesome. Now if you press play, just look at that. Just look how cool that is. But now, like now, but the animation is like little triangles, and I'm like, okay, but you see now blades. Boom. You change it to 3 or to even 1. 1 is the same, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where you can get creative. Yours doesn't even have to be triangles. You know? You see what's happening? You see what's happening? Completely different animation. Boom. Completely different animation. Boom. Completely different animation. You see how fun this is if you just like play around with just one setting in the camera settings. It's I love Blender. Okay, so let's take it back to there. Basically, there we have it. Basically, that is what we have. And now for some last minute touches to give it like an extra nice look. You're going to go to compositing, click here on new. You're going to be like, oh, more geometry nerds. No, it's not. Relax. You're going to go here, chromatic aberration. Going to literally do that, and that's it. That's it. Now when you, let's say, render image, now you will see there, you see that little, like there's that reddish bluish chromatic aberration. I mean, that's beautiful. Now you have that in your animation. You can render this one out. I would say go into Eevee, make sure samples set to nice and high. These settings are perfect, and where you save it, you need to go here. Remember to go here and first choose the path where you save it. And you can either do a PNG sequence, or you can save it as just a video to test it out. Colored management, say follow scene, or you can just, this that we did here, you can literally just do here and say override. Whatever you want. And don't tell me to activate Windows, I'm moving to Linux soon. So there you have it. That's an easy, quick tutorial just to get you started, to get your brain tickling with what you can achieve, and just how fun geometry nodes actually is once you realize it's not that hard, you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely easy stuff that you can do with geometry nodes, and sometimes you're like, okay. And I want you to just try this one, try this animation, because I promise you, while you do this, you're probably gonna get ideas for something else, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.